America Overnight is a late-night radio show where listeners can call in and talk about their conspiracy theories and unexplainable experiences. But under the disguise of just being entertainment, America Overnight is actually used to monitor paranormal activity in altered world events, and it is secretly run by the Federal Bureau of Control. Originally, it was designed to assist in providing disinformation to the naturally skeptical population of America, but it evolved. Instead, the FBC has been able to learn of several altered world events and paranormal phenomena over the many years it has operated. It has also helped the FBC gauge the human collective unconscious and understand how ordinary people perceive the paranormal. How long it's been operating is unknown, but according to episode 359, it has been on air for longer than 29 years.
You're listening to America Overnight, now in its 29th year. Or is it?
How many episodes the show actually has is unknown, but there are at least 382 episodes. A few of the episodes are people who may not be experiencing anything paranormal, but a few are also suspicious and related to altered world events. Here are those episodes and what they are really about. The most interesting episode is episode 367 because it connects to a dead letter sent in by the caller's husband.
Peggy's on the line from Biloxi. She and her husband found a beautiful Himalayan salt lamp at a garage sale. Tell us about it, Peggy.
I'd heard of salt lamps, those glowy rocks you plug in. They're supposed to release negative ions. Clear the air. I got one, only $4, and I put it in our living room. I thought it would look nice there. It gives the whole room this lovely orange glow.
Now, this is usually when the call takes a turn.
It's my husband. When he's in the living room, he won't take his eyes off the lamp. He's obsessed with it. If I turn it off, he gets so upset. He says it needs to stay on no matter what. Last night, I woke up at 3 a.m. He wasn't in bed. I found him in the living room, staring at the lamp. He was smiling. His eyes were open, but I thought he might be sleepwalking, so I shook him. He just kept smiling at the light. Then he started to speak. He said, every time a reflection reflects itself, it gets a little greener.
I've read that.
And then he turned to me. He was still smiling, eyes open. My husband's eyes are brown, almost black. But the eyes of the man in the living room last night, his eyes were green.
Sounds just like Decatur. Get everything you can out of her, then call HQ. Peggy, I'm so sorry to cut you off there, but we need to go to commercial. I'd like you to stay on the line, though. My producer, Karen, needs a little more information. Okay?
Okay.
America Overnight. We'll be right back.
Peggy's husband is clearly not himself when Peggy describes him, but in his own letter, he seems to have some control of himself. His dead letter says, I don't know if you can see this because I don't know if I'm really here. I see a pen in my hand. I see myself, but it's all wrong. It's the wrong angle, and it's the wrong me, and it's all green. Look out for the color green. Everything turns green when it's close. Don't let it get close. Don't let it in. But if you do, no matter what you do, do not speak to it. Please. I need you safe, Peggy. I don't want you to end up here too. I don't know where I've gone. The America Overnight host says it sounds like something that maybe happened in Decatur, Georgia? I don't know what that word means, but they're sending agents ASAP. But where did Peggy's husband go? How did he send a letter, and what is the green? There is a larger theory to this that I found on Reddit, so full credit to Reddit for this one. The theory connects to one of the shots we see in Dylan's dreams, an image of a large salt flat under a starry night sky. So the theory says that because the RCU is heavily connected to water, the water evaporating would create the image in Dylan's vision. Essentially, the green phenomenon and the salt symbolism is repurposing of the end of time idea for the RCU. Maybe this connection is true, but either way, avoid greens. The next episode is another one that connects to something greater, something blessed.
You're listening to America Overnight, a beacon in the darkest recesses of possibility for more than 29 years. We have another letter from a listener. This one's unsigned but postmarked from Toledo. It says, "Dear America Overnight, I have the most wonderful appliance for your listeners. It is a miracle of God. A fondue set. A fountain. A blessed gift. Blessed is spelled with a capital B. Go on, they write. Dive on in. It is molten hot. Perfect for meat." No signature. As far as I know, no fondue set was sent to us here at the studio. Just this letter. Wait, I think there's something else in the envelope. Some kind of black powder. With white shards in it? Bone, maybe? Karen, what is this? Karen? You're on the air, Karen. Where are you? What? What's this powder in the booth? Is this ash? Oh God. Karen? How do I cut to commercial?
The episode ended because the host found Karen Harris after she had tried to use the fondue set and was immediately incinerated by it. Of course, the host was upset, but even more upset because him and Karen had secretly been dating. After this was revealed in his debriefing of the incident, he was placed on a mandatory leave of absence for violating Bureau guidelines. I think it's pretty clear from this message that this is intended to be a threat to the Federal Bureau of Control from the Blessed organization. Unfortunately for the FBC, they couldn't get to the bottom of it, after all possible leads turned up as dead ends regarding who is really behind Blessed Pictures. Any tracing back to the P.O. Box only revealed that the P.O. Box was opened in 1968 and prepaid until December of 2029. No one was ever seen at the box itself. Some episodes of America Overnight were right on the money, leading to the undercover host to discover altered world events in real time, which is the case for episode 356.
I've been getting a lot of calls about this meteor in Sterling, Colorado. There are reports of a large spherical container that crash-landed in a field outside town. Some government people reportedly took it away. Now, we happen to broadcast from Colorado, and Sterling isn't far. I drove down myself to check it out with members of the America Overnight team. I don't need to tell you, it wasn't long before we found pieces of metal debris scattered in a field. Listeners, this is yet another instance of an unidentified flying object, or UFO, entering our airspace and crashing. That the government took away the evidence under cover of darkness only compounds the fact that these are more than likely visitors from beyond our planet, or dare I say, solar system. Head on over to our website to see pictures of the spacecraft pieces we uncovered.
The made-up UFO that the host is using to cover up an altered world event is from the Sterling AWE from May 4th, 2016. Out of the blue, a large paranatural object spontaneously manifested in a field right outside of Sterling, Colorado. It vaporized the soil around it and produced a bright light but no sound. When local authorities found it, they assumed it had fallen out of the sky, but where it actually came from is a mystery. When several watchwords were flagged while the FBC was monitoring the local police communication channel, the FBC learned of the event and arrived just 2 hours later. Investigation on the sphere revealed that it was made of an unknown, unrecognizable material, and it was both hollow and breached, as if it had once contained something inside. But whatever that may have been was long gone. The FBC then took the sphere to the oldest house for further study. To cover up what really happened, the FBC claimed it was a small meteor strike, and then America Overnight claimed it was a crash UFO to muddy the waters, successfully covering up the incident. Episode 349 is one related to the infamous Ordinary AWE of 2002. The caller talks about the truth of what really happened, and the America Overnight host so expertly covers up what did happen.
Hi. What I'm about to tell you, if they found out, I don't know what would happen.
If who found out, brother?
The men in the suits. They told me it was an industrial accident, but this is something else. Something nobody talks about. Ordinary.
This certainly doesn't sound very ordinary, caller.
No, not ordinary. Ordinary. It's a town. And it wasn't an industrial accident. I mean, that's what they said, but that's bullshit.
Whoa, please watch the language, caller. It may be 2 a.m., but we're still a family show.
I'm sorry. It's just, my brother lived there. They said the town was destroyed, but it wasn't. I went there. The people are gone, but the town's there. It's still there.
So the population of an entire town disappears, yet the town remains. Tell me, was the phrase, "there is no salvation," written anywhere?
I'm not sure.
The same thing happened in Brazil in 23, a village called Hor Verde. More than 600 people just up and left. The government said they were fleeing guerrilla forces, but we know the truth. A mass abduction. As predicted by my regular guest, Dr. Quincy Reagan.
Abduction? You mean aliens? That's bullshit! I know they're lying!
Now, I warned you about the language, caller. I'm afraid we're gonna have to cut you off. And good timing, too. It's time for a short break.
There was an additional episode of America Overnight that doesn't have a corresponding audio clip, but in the merry-go-round horse case file from 1998, there is mention of an episode 235 that mentioned the horse. As for these 3 remaining America Overnight episodes, as of right now there are no known altered world events affiliated with them, but they are still interesting, and could always connect to something in the future, so here they are. The first episode that doesn't seem to be connected to any confirmed paranormal event is episode 359, from a caller named Dr. Quincy Reagan. Yes, that Quincy Reagan from the Ordinary episode, except now he has his own story to tell.
We've had many callers over the years tell us of hauntings, voices, and other phantasmagorical phenomena. Today, friend of the show, Dr. Quincy Reagan tells his story. Quincy.
Thanks. This is something I experienced recently while staying at the Chili Pines Motel in Macon for last year's SuspiciaCon. I was in room 47. The night manager, an avid listener of the program, insisted I take this particular room. Now, the manager explained that years back, the body of a man was discovered under the bed, inside that wooden border that motel beds tend to have. And the body had been there a week, he said. Guests had stayed there, sleeping with the corpse a foot below them. They only found the body when housekeepers complained about the smell. Hauntings have been reported in room 47 ever since. I happily took the room. I fell asleep pretty quick, checking under the bed first, of course. No ghosts visited me, no chilly spots or flickering lights. But when I woke up, I found myself under the bed. It was dark and stiflingly hot. Luckily, I was able to push the mattress off and crawl out before I suffocated. The night manager was kind enough to find me another room.
Oh, there you have it, listeners. What we call ghosts take many forms. Quincy was brave enough to tell his story, and I encourage you to keep calling and writing whenever you encounter something strange, something you can't explain. Maybe you're seeing colors that we have no name for. Maybe your toaster is possessed. Remember, dear listeners, when no one else believes you, we do.
This episode is most likely referring to the real and urban legend, the body under the bed. This next episode is episode 352, and it's from a person who claimed to have been getting bigger with the universe.
We've received an interesting letter here at the program. If you'll humor me, I'd like to read it. Dear America Overnight, I can feel myself becoming gigantic. It's constant. A growth in all directions, in each cell. Only when I measure myself, it says I'm the same height. I weigh the same weight. I've read that the universe is expanding. If that's the case, then 5'3" is taller than what 5'3" was yesterday. I feel it all the time. This expanding. I always have. I don't know why. Sometimes it's all I can do just to ignore it. People write about the universe expanding like it's happening slowly, but it's not. We were the size of mice yesterday. Now mice are the size of us, and we are the size that mice will be in 2 days. How long can this go on for? There must be an end, right? A limit? An edge? What happens when we reach it? Does anyone else feel this? Can anything be done? And that's signed Kate from Michigan. Well, how about it, America? Have you felt the universe expanding? Do you know how to stop it? Should we even try? America Overnight will be right back.
America Overnight has been a covert operation for many, many years, to the point that it's a mystery. Alongside this, the oldest house's dead letters department, and the FBC monitoring essentially everything, they've been able to keep tabs on many paranatural events over the many years. But what fell through the cracks? What more could we see? And after the murder of Karen Harris in episode 382, what happened to the radio show? This is the last episode we have documented. So did being a target change how they operated? And will we learn more about future episodes in Control Resonant? If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more. I have a bunch of Control lore videos for my channel members and Patreon supporters that will be released for everyone weekly in the lead up to Resonant's release. Thank you all so much to all my members who go above and beyond. And thank you everyone for watching. I will see you next time.